This video is a flashback. Then we flash forward. But even though there are 2 years in between, it's still a quickie. Hello world! Welcome back to Cam's universe. I'm Camille Marks Kelly, the beautiful one, and thank you for watching this episode. On today's episode of Happily Trapped in Japan, as time winds down, I decided to do some reflection. And where else to do my reflection or to start my reflection than in my very own apartment and see what has happened over the last 2 years. But at the end, I'll give you a few tips on how to make yourself a home in Japan for the short term. Okay? So, let's start with the footage from my very first month here in Japan. Unedited, just me come to Japan, and that's the life I made. Okay?
Welcome to my very short apartment view. So this is Japan. So you don't go in with your slippers. I mean my house slippers. And of course, sliding doors. And when you come in, first thing you see, of course, is my lovely picture of me and my hubby. And then you see the kitchen over here. I have my fridge, my garbage, I have my sink, my stove, my cupboard, my little breakfast nook area, my microwave, my kettle, and of course it's Japan, a bunch of cup soup. Alright, it's because the stove isn't connected yet. Then we have our first bedroom, which has my futon. My curtains are in, my AC is there, and because I live good with people, I got a free sofa, and my TV is over there requiring a stand, and of course closet space. Then we have our Japanese style room, which you must go in barefoot, and it has the tatami mats. Since I'm not doing anything in this room, I didn't bother to get a curtain. I just put up the Jamaican flag. You have your closet. It's pretty much the same way in the other room for the clothes. Then you have your balcony. Oops. Got your mesh, your balcony, your clothesline, and that's the view from here anyways. Alright. Trying to keep this video short. Then, because it's Japan, they have the toilet room is separate. Let me close up this window now since it's night. You have your toilet that has buttons on the side, even a remote, because it's Japan and they're modern like that. All their toilets try to take you to space. Then you have the washroom, and the washroom is the washroom. So you have your sink where you do everything and you do all your titivating. Then you have your washing machine. And then you have your shower / bath. Alright, so you shower in this area, and then your bath is just for soaking. Right? And this is more garbage because in Japan you have to separate your garbage. So that's the very short apartment tour, just showing you how the place looks.
From there has been a few changes. Like, I got quite a few more shoes. Let's see how the Genkan looks.
Alright, so we're home. Lock up. Check the mail. And we are in the Genkan. We will take off our shoes right here and then get into the house barefoot. Normally I have all my hats right here that I'd use, and my shades, my car keys, have my mirror to check myself before I head out, have a little piece of home to remind myself that I'm awesome. This is the shoe closet. It has all my different shoes that I wear throughout the course of the time here. Boots, sneakers, slippers, all of them there. And then we are officially in the house now on the wooden floor. And I have a storage closet here as well where I put cleaning things that can fit in that closet. And then we enter the house.
My washroom and toilet got a little upgrade, and my tatami mat has actually become my bedroom, completely furnished with an actual bed, a full-length mirror, and curtains. My living room is pretty much the same, minus the futon, and the TV's also gone. My kitchen also got a little upgrade. My dining table is actually pretty important. It's where I set up my ikebana. I started ikebana since I've been here, as well as many other things is done on that table. I even got myself a new kitchen stand. Got on it my slow cooker, a spiralizer, a donut maker. Yes, I was feeling adventurous, so I got a donut maker, okay? By the way, if you have any recipes for donuts made in a donut maker, just drop it in the comments. Please, please, kudasai. Anyways, I also got a rice cooker. Yes, of course I did. It's Japan. Actually, it's really hilarious considering prior to coming to Japan, I actually had stopped eating rice for 2 years. Man, how times change. Am I right? Am I right? Now for the tips. For you future movers to Japan, and for those of you moving around in Japan and going to live on your own for the first time, here are a few tips. Tip 1. Don't be in a hurry. Japan is pretty convenient. From microwavable rice to free Wi-Fi at convenience stores, you really can get along fine in your first couple weeks. So don't overextend your budget trying to get everything. I personally was all confused and stressed out and tried to get myself a phone SIM before landing in Japan. Upon arrival, yes, I did get my phone SIM. It's not a horror story, but everybody else who kind of waited, they got way better deals. Their monthly payments over time has just been significantly cheaper than mine, and they were not in any way significantly affected by having not rushed into this phone SIM. Also, I was charged 20,000 yen, about $200 just to transfer my payment method. Yeah, this actually is a horror story. I was gutted by the pocket and left the bled out money. Ugh, it's terrible. Anyways, let's move on to tip number 2. Tip number 2. Second-hand stores is where it's at. Japan is actually pretty expensive. And if you're going to be here for just 1 to 5 years, spending hundreds of US dollars on furniture you can't take with you isn't worth it. And even if you're going to stay in Japan for much longer than 5 years, and you may have to move, it's going to be pretty costly to travel with $1,000 bed. So, don't buy it. Yeah, you don't need it. And you're not going to use it later anyways. In my corner of the world, southern Japan, the popular second-hand stores is Second Street and ACB. Of course, when you go into second-hand stores, you'll find a few dated items, but you'll also be blessed with real gems, real affordable gems. Personally, when I went in search of a kitchen stand, I decided I can't be stressed out anymore. This was after 2 months in Japan, or probably 3 months. And I was like, okay, I'll just go to ACB and buy one that's there. there was actually a really nice looking one there. It was black, it was sleek, but the leg was a little wobbly. And I was like, all right, fine. It is less than a quarter of the price of it new. And it's just a wobbly leg, and I'm not going to be moving the stand around anyways. So this is worth it. Yeah, this is definitely worth it. So, went to the store, had all the exchanges in English and Japanese, clarified that I was going to just throw it in my car and carry it home, and then we're like, all right, paid for it, walked over my receipt, they went for my stand. Good, everything is going smoothly. And then they decided to tell me the leg is wobbly. Like, I tried to tell them, I know, like, I know it's wobbly. And then they proceeded to go in the opposite direction with my stand. This point I was like, if only I had learned Japanese. But anyways, I digress. They actually came back with my stand wobble free. Yeah, the sacrifice I was making wasn't even made. I just got a cool ass stand for less than 25% of the cost, and it's perfectly fine. Wow. Secondhand stores. That's where it's at, baby. Tip number 3. Bye-bye, people. Hello, new stuff. Yeah. If you're planning to stay in Japan for more than a year, at the end of your first year, you would most likely be blessed with new things. New secondhand things from people who are leaving. And this would be fellow foreigners as well as Japanese people. Throwing stuff away is not so easy in Japan. And when you decide to carry them to the secondhand store, it usually costs you more money to get to the secondhand store than it does with what they'll pay you for selling your items. Honestly, it's more like you're donating it to the secondhand store, or you're pretty much just begging them to throw it away for you. Yeah, you don't really get any money when you are the seller. It really benefits you to buy from the secondhand store, not sell to the secondhand store. As such, your Japanese co-workers or neighbors would like to give you the things they have when they have upgraded. Usually they work. I've never come across a bad one. And generally you're offered a rice cooker. Kinda obvious why. But either ways, when it comes to fellow foreigners or just foreigners in general, the variety is endless. From food items that they had imported to keep a little piece of their home with them, to furniture, to appliances, anything, right? I personally received a slow cooker, a mixer, a sofa, among other things. Oh, and the rice cooker. Yes, I didn't buy a rice cooker. They have microwavable rice here. Why would I buy a rice cooker? It's crazy. A few tips equals 3 tips. What did you expect? More? A tip averages between 15 and 20%. And I'm in Japan. They don't tip here. The staff is well paid. Anyways, owarimashita. I'm finished. I told you, it was a quickie. So please like, subscribe, share, and comment down below. Is there going to be an after credit scene? Yep. Yes, there is. Just a little clip showing you the road outside of my apartment. It's actually pretty interesting. So stay tuned and watch it. And then, just a few little before and after pics. Alright? So, bye. So my apartment is on a little hill. Dun 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 dun. Eek! Yes, only one car at a time up this hill. Look left, look
Right. And as you can see, pretty residential. And a really small road. And there are my neighborhood cows to the right.